This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent professors, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
I come in, ma'am.
Please come.
Good afternoon.
Kishan. Wait here, please. Please sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your medium is Hindi or English?
English.
Okay, Kishan. So you are in government of Gujarat already, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Sales trade state tax officer. This is what? All taxes?
No, ma'am. It is GST department.
Only GST.
Yes.
Okay. And the excise, of course, would be separate. Other taxes?
Basically, ma'am, our department deals with the GST and VAT only. Indirect taxes, basically.
All right. Very good. So now a lot of legislation has taken place. This last session of Parliament has been very productive. So there was a change in the IPC which caused some problems. What was that?
Ma'am, in IPC, some of the changes are brought. For example, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, it is the new name of the IPC. And
please tell the substantive thing, which caused an agitation. I'm interested in that particular clause.
Ma'am, I have to revise it.
Hit and run?
Yes, ma'am. Hit and run case
was
that.
What was the clause and what was the truckers' demand? What was the problem?
The issue was that the truck drivers, if in case of...
What was the clause? What was done?
The clause I don't remember, but the issue is that the truck drivers could be sentenced up to 10 years of the jail if hit and run case occurs. So truck drivers' arguments were that it was a double-edged sword. If they stay on the venue to help out the victims, then also mob might conduct violence against them. So they feel that it is not a reasonable legislation.
What do you feel? What should have been done?
Ma'am, I believe that the punishment should be rationalized. 10 years is very much, and
but the issue remains still. 10 years or 5 years, issue still remains. No, the fundamental issue is still there.
Yes, ma'am. But their demand should be given due recognition that they
Don't
have.
you think it should have been discussed before being passed?
Yes, ma'am. We should discuss.
If it was discussed, these issues, these doubts would have gone.
Yes, ma'am.
It can be via media. They can not stop there, go to the first police station and give a report. There are lots of ways. It can't be you stay there and get beaten and run away and leave the person dying.
Yes.
There can be a nearest police station also. Okay, all right. Now, in the CRPC also, there is a clause which is very disturbing from the point of view of civil liberties and the common citizen. What is that clause?
I have to read more.
You don't remember. Okay. The farmers are agitating NCR region. What is their demand?
Ma'am, farmers are demanding that demanding for the plot and the due compensation for the land acquired from them for the development of the region. So they haven't received the compensation yet. So they are demanding for it.
They have not received it, or many have received it long back and they want enhanced?
Many have received, ma'am, but not up to their demand.
But isn't there a formula for it? The Land Acquisition Act itself carries a formula for valuation. Then how is this demand being raised? Do you know?
No, ma'am, I'm not aware of it.
Okay, never mind. Now, UCC has been passed by Uttarakhand. What do you think of it? Do you think it's very good, or do you think there are clauses which are good and some not so good? What are your views?
Ma'am, UCC is a progressive step which the government of Uttarakhand has taken so far.
I'm referring to specific clauses. The live-in relationships is a progressive step. What do you think of that?
Ma'am, we should form a committee or
before the UCC is passed or after?
Before, ma'am. And even right now also there are concerns that it might be against the right to privacy and the Article 21. So with changes in the society, such changes should be accommodated in UCC also. It is a sign of progressive society.
No, I think it's regressive completely. I don't think it's progressive. No, why UCC? Why does it come in UCC?
Ma'am, because
you can legislate separately on it. Why do you have to get into UCC?
Ma'am, it is in line with the directive principles.
No, please understand. What should go into a UCC? What goes into a UCC is asymmetrical personal laws. Which personal law talks of live-in relationships? Any personal law talks of it?
No, ma'am.
No. So this is not the scope of a UCC at all. It could be if should government want, they should open a dialogue and discuss the issue.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you agree?
Yes, we should.
Now, this Hindu undivided family gets tax benefits. So should that also not be then the UCC to extend benefits to similar to all the communities? What do you think of that?
If UCC says that
No, it
then
has.
it
I
should
mean,
be.
HUF get tax benefits, so should not everybody get it? No? What do you think?
I have to think more about it, ma'am.
All right, fair enough. All right. Now, you opted for foreign affairs also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
IFS also you opted for. Now, and you are on the Arabian Sea, so little further on, your choice is number 2 for foreign service. So further on, Maldives is like there's a problem between India and Maldives. Now, what can India do?
So, ma'am, only option which India has is to increase the negotiation and resolve the issue bilaterally, because we cannot isolate or cut off from the Maldives. It is.
But what should we do? I mean, what does Maldives really want? What, to your assessment, to your mind, what?
Ma'am, the present government of Maldives is formed on the basis of campaign of India out, and they want to diversify their dependency.
If a country in our neighborhood, which is a friendly country where we have been helping so-called, if people are so anti-India that any party which has an anti-India campaign wins, then it's worrisome for us. Now, what can we do differently that we have done? Don't you agree with me?
Ma'am, we should act in the spirit of neighborhood first policy.
What
we
should we do
should
precisely?
provide them developmental assistance or humanitarian assistance whenever it is required.
Has there been in the past when it's required, we've not given it?
We have given, ma'am.
Then why? Why is this anti-India attitude?
Ma'am, it is majorly political kind of.
We are next door to them. China is sitting far away. There must be some. If somebody wins on a certain platform, it means there's a groundswell in favor of that, no?
When the President Muizu feels that the presence of Indian troops challenges the sovereignty, or it is against the principle
How
of
many
sovereignty.
personnel are there?
Ma'am, 88 number.
So they're not troops, by the way.
Yes, ma'am.
They are personnel.
Military personnel. Yes.
They're not armed Jawans. They're personnel.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
but it's not if President Muizu feels, but Mr. President Muizu has been elected on that platform. The people of Maldives also feel that, no? So what I'm asking is, how has this happened?
Ma'am, it is the rhetoric and political rhetoric. If it is scaled up on larger scale, then people might be influenced by.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you are from Kheda. Why Kheda is famous?
So Kheda is famous for various reasons. First of all, it is the birthland of Sardar Patel ji. Then second reason is that it has historical significance also, that 1918 Kheda Satyagraha was happened there. In addition to that, sir, it is called as a Charotar land, which is very famous for the tobacco cultivation. So Kheda is basically famous for this.
Okay. Tobacco is used in cigarette and BD. So everywhere we find some kind of warning. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then why tobacco cultivation is promoted by government?
So the main reason is that the tobacco provides huge revenue to the government, and the people of the Charotar region, and as well as Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh also. In Andhra Pradesh also, tobacco is major crop. So it provides a huge revenue. So this is the reason that it is.
So if we are talking about revenue versus health. Okay, health is also a primary concern for the government. Okay, and revenue. So which will you prioritize, revenue or health of the citizens?
So government is also.
I'm asking about you.
So health should be given the priority, but right now totally banning the cultivation of tobacco will not be a rational decision, because many of the farmers are depending on them, and we are talking about the doubling farmers' income. So if we totally ban it, then it would be a very regressive step. So rather than banning it blanketly, we should provide alternatives to the farmers.
What are the issues with the tobacco cultivation? I mean, as far as the farming of tobacco is concerned.
So there are issues regarding to rainfall pattern, then the pesticide as well as high input cost is there sometimes.
Kheda is having some Jain temples. Jain monuments are there in Kheda.
Sir, in Kheda there are small derasars.
Okay,
But
in many parts of Gujarat we see a substantial, population, substantial amount of population of Jain people, and in Maharashtra, Gujarat, and in Rajasthan also, Jain religion was originated in Bihar, right? Then why do we see there is a migration of Jain people to Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Rajasthan? What was the reason?
so the historical reason was that there was a famine in the Bihar region, during which the Jain people moved out of them and out of their region, and they settled in the Karnataka or, for example, Gujarat. And the settlement in Gujarat is also one of the reason behind it is that the earlier rulers of Gujarat promoted and patronized the Jainism and their monks. So they basically.
So why they have migrated from Bihar? Was they were not patronized because Chandragupta Maurya was the patron? In fact, he was the follower of Jain religion. Afterwards, we see a certain migration from there. So what was the reason? Why they migrate?
So famine was the major reason during
Famine
which.
was the only reason.
So if there might be other reasons, but I'm not aware of that right now.
So your optional is sociology. Yes. Nowadays we are seeing that there is a kind of aloofness in the society just because of the increasing influence of social media. People are having large number of followers and on social media, but in actual sense, in real life, they are actually getting separated from each other. Do you think that social media could be blamed for this?
So if you look at the things, social media cannot be blamed, rather than how people use it. It is the main reason that we prioritize those social media more than our family or other friends or our near and dears. This is one of the reasons. We cannot blame social media.
And what about the reliance on social institution? For an example, marriage, living relationship is being promoted nowadays. I mean, there is a huge people are just denying that social institution are of no use, and family disintegration is also there. Living relationships are increasing. People are losing their trust from marriages. All these things. Just what do you see? What is your perspective? Why there is a downtrend?
So marriage as an institution is not declining, or other social institutions are not declining, but it is evident that with the progress of.
I'm not saying they are declining. I'm saying that trust is loosening day by day.
So this is the social change which we are witnessing as of now, which is the influence of many factors. For example, westernization is there, then the digitalization is there. In addition to that, with increasing participation of a woman and in the workforce and education, they are raising their voice. And because of increasing employment opportunities in the urban centers, there is nuclearization of family which is increasing. So these are the factors which are responsible for these changes.
Okay. You are electrical engineering student. Yes, sir. And you have done BE.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the difference between BE and BTech?
Sir, difference is that BTech is more inclined towards some application based education. However, it promotes more about internships and such kind of things. And BE is majorly theoretical based, but sometimes both are interchangeably used. And some colleges are.
Okay, my last question. Solar panels, okay, solar energy. And efficiency of solar energy is quite less in solar panels. So if you are taking certain technology, if you are using certain technology, the solar panel efficiency could be increased. Can you tell me the name of that technology that could be used in enhancing the efficiency of solar panels?
So to enhance the efficiency of, first of all, solar panel as a whole has a efficiency of around 15%, of around 25%. But if we use a certain technology, for example, nanotechnology, or there are certain other technologies as well. The name of one particular technology I am not able to recall right now.
We can use solar tracker.
to increase the efficiency? Yes, we can do, so that it will modify itself in accordance to the solar radiation.
Okay, Jadav Kishankumar. So Kishankumar is your name or Jadav is your name?
Ma'am, Jadav is my surname and Kishan is my name.
Okay, Kishan is your name. Okay. So Kishan, your optional is sociology and you are from Gujarat. Okay. So tell me that as you already heard about that UCC implemented in Uttarakhand, if it is implemented in Gujarat also. So after that, what happened? Is it goes or maybe positive or some in negative aspects also? So what do you think so? Because UCC implemented is Uttarakhand is also gives example that after that what will happen. So what do you think so?
Ma'am, I believe that before implementing the UCC, the concerned parties or stakeholders should be consulted, and it should not be implemented in a very quick manner. So all the parties should be consulted, and UCC should be aimed at promoting the equality in personal laws rather than ingressing on the privacy of the individuals or which are provided to them under the Article 21. So due consideration should be taken, and all the other organizations, for example, civil society organization, NGOs, they must be consulted, and
so don't you think so that it also affect the tourism also, just like Uttarakhand, it's a very famous tourist spot also, and Gujarat is also very famous for its tourism also. So do you think so that it also affects the tourism also?
Implementation of UCC?
After the implementation of UCC?
Ma'am, personally, I don't feel that tourism would be affected much.
No, the scenario in Uttarakhand, the condition which we already saw, that what happened in Uttarakhand.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you think then, that people wants to go right now in Uttarakhand?
No, ma'am. Right now there is a law and order situation which is a little bit compromised in Uttarakhand right now. But if as I said before, that if we manage the implementation of UCC well, then such situation might be avoided, and it might not be impacting the tourism. But if we implement it in...
Okay, just want to know that your opinion. Just suppose that you are also in a live-in relationship, okay, and UCC implemented. So what do you think so? After that, what will you do?
Ma'am, as if UCC is implemented and if I am in a live-in relationship, so personally I cannot continue because it will be violative.
So you are not continuing your live-in relationship, or you left that state also?
If possible, I might leave the state, for example. But if I am comfortable in the relationship, and then I can take the step forward.
It is easy. It is good to register yourself and your partner also, that this is the concern of privacy also. Live-in relationship is all about the privacy, and it's a mutual understanding between two couples, like the two person, those who have mutual understanding and they live together. And after that, they have to register themselves. So, do you think so that this is good?
Prima facie, it appears that it might be violation of...
Just my question is that, so you continue your relationship after that or not?
I will continue, ma'am. I will register.
Okay. So you want to register yourself, but what about the woman? What about the girl?
We will decide mutually, ma'am.
Based what on about the parents?
Live-in relationship is all about the two person, and parents are not involved, especially in the...
Not involved, but after this concern, after this policy that you have to register yourself, it may be not...
But ma'am, right now we don't know even exact policy of the government that if this particular information will be shared among the platforms or will be publicized. So might be government is concerned and they might provide that this information will be private. So if that is the case, we can register, and if the information is publicized or it is not totally private, then we both can work upon taking our parents in confidence or do something like that.
Okay. So Gujarat is also considered as a dry state also. Okay. So tell me that if a state is considered as a dry state, so you are also in cell tax services. Okay. So do you think so that that it also affects the economy of that state also, because the ratio, the amount of taxes, big amount of taxes from this type of things, but it also affects, especially we can see in Bihar also.
But ma'am, Gujarat is a dry state since its inception, and I believe that Gujarat is generating revenue from many other sources than the alcohol product. And if we look at the things, then if we promote open sale of alcohol, then it might also lead to certain social as well as social problems and health problems also. But ma'am, that we should be curbing, and we should work to curb those smuggling rather than promoting the sale of liquor in openly. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Kishan. Can you tell me what is Gujarat's rank in terms of renewable energy capacity, installed capacity?
So Gujarat is accounted for 15% of India's total renewable energy and 43 gigawatt. As far as my knowledge, if I am recalling it correctly, it is ranking at first position in renewable energy.
And any reason, any specific steps taken by the state government why it has done so well in terms of renewable energy?
So Gujarat has a specific policies for the renewable energy as well, and in addition to that, its geography also provides enough ground for the promotion of renewable energy. For example, we have the Kutch Desert, which is ideal.
No, that is a geographical factor. I am talking about the policy measures.
Yes, we do have the policies in place.
Can you elaborate what are those measures? Are there any incentive to the producers?
Yes, the government is promoting or giving subsidies for the solar rooftop as well as for the solar
But what
plants
is the contribution of the rooftop projects
in the renewable energy sources? So exact percentage I am not able to recall right now.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? What is the cost of thermal energy right now vis-a-vis solar energy per unit? If I ask you, are you aware that where the renewable energy stands, or solar energy in specific?
Per unit cost of solar, sir.
Levelized cost, you understand?
So
Levelized cost of electricity.
sir, I'm not aware of exact.
Okay. Or in general, you have idea which one is cheaper right now?
So coal would be cheaper right now for the consumers.
Okay. Okay. And what is the biggest challenge in scaling up solar energy or renewable energy?
So the biggest challenge is the capital cost, which is right now.
But thermal power plants are even more expensive than setting up a solar power plant.
So land acquisition is one of the reason, and also import of solar panels. We are highly dependent on imports for fulfilling our demands.
How about storage? Can you store renewable energy? Say,
So-
for example, a solar power plant, it won't work at night. So how would you compensate that?
So we should be working on the storage capacity. It is also one of the reason that we are not scaling it on larger scale, because there would be issues regarding storage.
And any measure that you see, what are technologies available?
So battery technology we are working right now.
Do you think green hydrogen is also a kind of a storage? Can we classify it as a storage?
Sir, I have to see about it.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Kishan. That's all from my side. I'll pass on to the
See, there are two areas. No, otherwise you are good. You have a good personality. You answer directly. You don't beat about the bush. You don't guess. Those are all very positive things. You don't know. You say you don't know. This is the best thing to do. But little bit of strategic preparation you need just now. You have little less time. So maybe like today is what? Today is already 12th, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Today is 12th. So you have 1 week. 1 week, say 8 days. First of all, from your DAF, the power is jumping out from your DAF, isn't it? So you should be prepared with the power scenario.
Yes.
Gujarat, India, renewable, non-renewable, all. The kind of question that he asked, there may be more like that. Huh? So
Okay,
prepare
ma'am.
that one sector.